Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ring the Bell Football League, the RFL. We are live here from London as they host the Seattle Corsairs in what is quite the pivotal match for the Silly Nannies. Of course, the big storyline going into this matchup is that if London loses, they are officially out of playoff contention. They're going to look towards Ricky Long and Ray West to keep them from that to happen. That's basically it. I am Elway Erlacher joining you today. Normally, Dixon is a little bit sick and under the weather this week, so I'll be taking over the reins as West with the nice return down to the 20 as the London Silly Nannies begin their first drive of the game, 1st and 10 on the 20. Here we go. We got two in the backfield. And Tolliver hands it off to Ramsey, and Ramsey with a nice drive for about 6 yards. And they're going to mark it. Yes, they're going to mark it at the 25. 2nd and 4 for the Nannies. Here you go. You see Orison Ramsey and his stat line on the day. You can expect another big day from him. Another rush there, this time for 3 yards, bringing it to the 3rd and 1 on the 29-yard line. Here we go. We got the shotgun formation. We got motion from the tight end. Tolliver drops back, chucks it up to Ramsey, and Ramsey with a nice completion there, able to bring the ball back in. He's gonna be taking a minute there for on the sidelines. Hopefully he's okay. He was able to score the Silly Nannies with the first down. Tolliver drops back again. It looks like everybody's out, and almost an interception there by the middle linebacker. Okay, and we're good. Good news. Ramsey is back in. We're a little bit worried. You hate to see a man go out, especially in the first drive of the game. Tolliver now. You see the stats on him for today. Ramsey now, another handoff. I think he only gets about 2 on that one. Okay, they're going to mark it as like 1.999 on that, but either way. We got a 3rd and 9. The Nannies need this one. Just drop back, and Ingram catches it over the middle, able to bring it back towards the center of the field, and a first down for the Silly Nannies. And if I ever thought I would ever get paid to say this, absolutely insane, but here we are, folks. Tolliver now, 35 yards on the day, handing off to Patterson, the backup, and it looks like he's going to lose some yards there. A loss of 2, marked by our referee staff here today. Jordan Grace, Tom Cummings, and Joseph Eubanks calling this game, and a nice toss over the middle. It's a touchdown for the Silly Nannies. Mathis pulls it in at the 1-yard line, brings it the extra 3 feet, and we have ourselves the first touchdown of the game. The Nannies now lining up for the point after. They're going to go for one. The hike, the kick, and it is good. The point after attempt is good to go for the Nannies, putting them up 7-0 here in the opening minutes of the game. Ellis now dropping back to kick. And let's see, it's going to be, it looks like it's going into the end zone, so that's the touchback for Seattle. The Corsairs now, for their first possession of the game, is Coombs. Going to take it about 2 yards there. And the ball keeps going here. And here goes Myers, dropping back to pass. And the nice catch there by Richardson. Archer Myers, currently on the season, out of 128 attempts, has completed 82 of them for 64% and a nice 95.9 passer rating. Just some great stats on the season. Meyer has done nothing but impress me so far, keeping the Seattle Corsairs in the championship hunt, at least in the playoff hunt for sure. This team looking to put the nail in the coffin for London and move on. Seattle now. We get shotgun formation by Myers. Movement from the wide receiver on the right side, and that's not going to do much. Going to throw it right into the defenders. As we now head to 3rd and 6 on London's 43-yard line. Might be a little bit too far for a field goal here, so Seattle's going to have to try to make one more big play. Out towards center, and the nice toss back to Coombs, and Coombs not able to get the first, but able to get it to the 39, which might be just enough for Seattle to make the field goal. You want to talk about Ambrose Coombs with 12 rushing attempts on his own. Myers, though, dropping back. 4th and 1, and the gamble does not pay off as the Lions now take over from their own 39-yard line. Yes, Coombs with an average 4.9 yards per attempt this season, and now dropping it back. Ramsey running back in here. So I'm looking up for Ramsey's stats right now. I want to bring you to him. He's had a fair amount of attempts so far this game, but not anywhere near the top 20 of receivers. Ramsey again now running for the first down. You'd have to think this might be his opportunity to break that, to break up into that top. Oh, actually, just kidding. He's number 3. He's number 3 in the league with 131 attempts, 548 yards on the season. Tolliver now dropping back. And he's going to find Reyes. Reyes with actually some of the, I believe if that's the correct Reyes. No, that is not Rene Reyes. That is a different Reyes. Rene Reyes leading the league with 39 receptions on the year. That is his brother. Sorry, this is my first game commentating rather, while also trying to bring up the stats at the same time. Ramsey catching that pass, trying to get them back within 10. They are now 2nd and 12. So you see Ramsey now on the day. 5 rushing, 2 receiving, a total of 51 yards. There you go, Ramsey again going to get stuck behind his lineman and is going to lose some yards there. So much for 50 yards on the day, 50 total. And take a look at that for that tackle for a loss from TC, from the Big Fat. As they call him, 3 tackles on the day so far, pretty impressive. To say the least. Tolliver now dropping back, 3rd down, and that's going to get swatted away for now 4th and 16. Again, you want to talk about Tolliver so far this year with a 73.1 passer rating, the 3rd worst in the league. And unfortunately not going to be able to pad the stats on this one, on this drive at least. You have to think he might have a few more from that first. And now Archer Meyer coming back into the game. Meyer's now dropping back. He got all the receivers out. He sees somebody wide open. It's Aguilar. Aguilar with the beautiful catch. Picking up a big reception there. 52 yards for the first down. Now on London's 28, and that's going to be the end of the first half, folks. And just like that, time flies when you're having fun. And the first quarter is finished, and the second quarter has now begun. Seattle now trying to get some points on the board. They're definitely within field goal range. Simon's going to pick it up, and he's going to run for 3 yards. As Seattle now looking for... Okay, they got 1 in the back, 26 in the back. Simon has 40 rushing attempts this year. Now Coombs out the backfield. He picks up the first down. The big run there by Ambrose Coombs. Currently, on my stat sheet, the 20th most in receiving yards in this season. Hopefully going to try to build that on one up here. Coombs now with another carry there. The tackle for loss by White. It's going to be 2nd and 11 for Seattle. Love to see it here. London trying to get that red zone defense back in. They were able to stop Seattle last time from scoring, especially on that 4th and 1. That questionable call by Myers to air it out. Coombs, though, going to hit the ground running downhill for a 10-yard gain. And now 3rd and 1 within the 10-yard line. Ambrose Coombs bringing him in. Coombs going to take a second there on the sideline. So far in the last 2 minutes, 5 plays, 4 rushing yards, and 72 yards total by the Seattle offense. And George shut down in the backfield by Sparks. Sparks with another tackle for loss. And it looks like that's going to stop them. 4th and 6. Now they're going for the field goal. Austin cocks it back and hits it over the uprights. 30 yards for the first 3 points for Seattle. With 6:52 left on the clock. Austin now going back for the kick. We have, I can't see the number of the player on the yep, and he's going to get it right here. That was West. I shouldn't have guessed that. And West now brings it from the 1 to the 17. Or I guess they're going to mark it at the 15. All right. It could have been the 16. Either way, 1st and 10. We got 1 wide receiver, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends out there now for London. And Ramsey's going to get the handoff, and he's going to bring it 9 yards. Flag on the play, though. And that's going to be on the Seattle defense. And that's going to be a 1st down. Seattle with a costly mistake here, and London going to take the advantage and the 1st down, getting them out of their own red zone. Tolliver now back. It's going to be a QB sneak, and he wasn't that sneaky about it. Gardner with a tackle for a loss again, and he's going to make up for it after that big penalty he just committed. Brett Gardner, you see there, 2 sacks on the day. Hit that penalty earlier, but gotta say, at least he made up for it there. Ramsey now getting the carry. He brings it to the 35. 3rd and 9 for London as they try to keep their season alive. London needs this win to bring them to 5-4 and get them 1 step closer to the playoffs. Of course, a loss here is definitely going to put the nail in the coffin, and that's what Seattle does. When you're at the top, or close to the top like Seattle is, you're going to need to nail in those nails. Hammer in those nails, rather. It's a beautiful 1st down pass there. Miles Ingram picking up another set of yards. He's had 3 targets today for 29 yards. 2 catches. 66%. And Tolliver drops back and hand it off to Ramsey again. And Ramsey breaks a couple tackles and gets 8 yards out of it. Actually, he's going to get 9. They're going to count him on the 44. So even better. Here we go. 5 plays right now for London. Ramsey fumbles it, and Beck picks it up on the line. Ramsey going to have to go to the sidelines for a minute there. But a close call there for London as the possession stays alive with 3:30 left in the 2nd quarter. Here we go. Beck picks it up, and he just sees the hole right in the middle of the line. Gives him a nice, beautiful path, and he's able to take 8 yards from that one. London now on Seattle's 34-yard line, definitely within field goal range as they approach the 2 minutes mark here. Tolliver drops back. He's got a few wide receivers open, and he chooses Pratton to stop the clock. Just kidding, we're not within 2 yet, so that's not going to stop the clock. Almost a 1st down. Only inches to go. Tolliver now shotgun. Actually, Tolliver in the shotgun position, and there's the 2-minute warning, folks. We get to take a pause here. Gotta ask you, how's your day going? Let us know in the comments section below, or over to the right if you're watching us live. Tolliver now dropping back in the shotgun. He's gonna, he was looking for the running back in the center. And it looks like he's not gonna be able to get 4th and inches now as they are going to set up for the field goal here on the 32. That's looking to be a 40-something yarder. And that's good. 49 yards. London going to create a 7-point lead with 2 minutes to go in the half for Seattle. Seattle now going to have to exercise that 2-minute drill. Ellis with the kick. And it looks like, yes, they're going to take it. Bingham going to take it and sheds one tackle, but leads right into another. He's going to be downed at the 16. And now Seattle has to go 84 yards for the touchdown now. It's going to be a hard feat to do. Let's see if Myers is up to it. Myers dropping back. Oh, a bunch of receivers out there, and Moody pulls it down. Or in man-to-man coverage, a big throw by Myers and a big pull down by Moody is going to land the ball on the 47-yard line in London territory. They threw it across the pond there from Seattle to London. Myers now dropping back. And he's going to chuck it up into triple coverage. Flag on the play. That might be a free ball, and it is. Holding there from Timothy Gonzalez on the line. And Seattle picking up... Actually, no. That's the offensive line. That's my mistake. And now 1st and 20 for Seattle. With 1:18 left. Taking them out of London. Myers now dropping back. Gonna find Richardson. Richardson breaks a tackle. Hits another man, though. And now on their own 46 with 1 minute to go. Of course, Seattle and London, the two teams with the farthest distance possible, mileage-wise, for this game. You'd hate for Seattle to come all the way here to London just to lose to the Nannies, but they're not going to. Moody catches it and a touchdown with less than a minute to go. Moody pulls it in, runs an extra 10 yards. Bada bing, bada boom, into the end zone. And with this kick right here, wait for it, Austin ties up the game 10-10. And that 2-minute-yard drill did absolute wonders for Seattle, as it looks like London now has about a 48-second drill. Austin, one more kick for the half. Of course, London started off with the ball, which means Seattle is going to start again. That's excellent, excellent positioning for Seattle. They're going to pick up, they have all the momentum right now. They're going to pick up that last touchdown and then come back out in a tie ball game, basically 0-0 all over again. Tolliver drops back. They're going to look for a bomb here. And a wide open, uncovered Mathis. If he didn't step out of bounds, that would have been a touchdown. He was uncovered. I don't know where the defense was, where those corners, where those safeties were looking. But London absolutely fooled them. We got a wide receiver in motion now. Tolliver dropping back. That's going to be to Patton, who's going to run it out of bounds, stopping the clock again at 36. 2nd and 8. Now, here we go. Tolliver now in the backfield. Got some motion again from number 11. We saw him last time. He called his number. They're going to call it again. And the safety picks up on that with the block. Just swats it down. And that's going to keep this drive alive. Here we go. 3rd and 8 for London. Here we go. Wide. We got the running back in motion for blocking and the big sack. Tolliver goes down. McClure with the first sack of the game for both teams. And that is going to set up the punt right there. Seattle able to stop it. A beautiful punt right there. That's going to go out at the 4. I don't think really Seattle cares that much, rather. I don't think that matters. I believe Seattle's probably just going to kneel this one and ride it out to the end of the half. No, wait a sec. Myers dropping back. Very vulnerable in the end zone. Finds Aguilar for the final pass. Just trying to pad the stats there a bit. And as you see, heading into halftime, London and Seattle are tied at 10, with 10 big points coming in the second quarter. And there's our friend Dixon at the desk. That's not me. I promise you. Let's take a look at the stats right now. Total plays. London's had a lot more time with the ball than Seattle, but Seattle has made the best of it with about 85 more yards, or 75 more yards than London, hitting at 235 on the day. Rushing yards, London has the advantage, but clearly Seattle has it in the air with 214 passing yards from Myers. Myers balling out today, trying to earn himself some all RFL. Trying to get himself on that all RFL quarterback list. As Ellis now dropping back, and again, as we said before, Seattle sets himself up perfectly here for the second half. They're going to let that one go past the uprights, and Seattle going to start with it on their own 25. Myers looking to make some noise here today. Looking to end the Silly Nannies season, and he's going to find him, but just drops. I don't see what that was intended for, but just going through the arms there. The corner overran that one, and Myers, a beautiful pass, unable. I'd put that blame on the receiver there. Here we go. Coombs now with a nice handoff. That delayed handoff is going to get him 8 to 9 yards. And never mind, they're going to mark 7 for some reason. I guess his knee was a bit farther back. Here we go now. Coombs now going to get his number called again. He's going to pick up 5 more yards and a first down, which is exactly what you love to see out of Coombs. Coombs trying to get these stats up a little bit better, end the season on a good note. 33 yards so far today on 7 rushing attempts. And here's another one. Make that 8. And another gain. And we're going to take him out for a bit, but he's able to gain 5 more yards on that. Coombs 3 plays in a row. 3 rushes. All for gain. George going to get smacked around by the entire defensive line. Guyton going to be credited for the tackle there. So you see Brock George with negative yards. I mean, he only comes in to, do his job and get out. But Myers has got some wide receivers in motion here. 16 on the move. But it doesn't matter. He's going to hand it off to Coombs. And Coombs picks up 4 yards. Unfortunately, not enough. That's going to be 4th and 2. We're going to see what they're going to do here. Yes, they're bringing out the punt team. 18 back to punt. Baylor going to boot it. And it's going to land at the 1 and trickle into the end zone for a touchback. They're going to spot the ball on the 20. London now has the opportunity with that defensive stop. The opportunity come back with the lead. Tolliver now dropping back. Finds a wide open Ingram. And Ingram brings it to the Seattle 32. Big throw by Tolliver. Big catch as well by Miles Ingram, who has 77 yards on the day with 3 catches. Tolliver now dropping back again and finds Mathis for the short gain. Going to pick up 4 yards. 2nd and 6 now for Seattle. They're going to hike it up. 2 plays, 52 yards. Right now, 52 yards throwing for Tolliver. Tolliver sends a receiver in motion. It looks like Ingram. In motion on the right side. He's going to have 4 receivers dropping back, and he lands and finds West, who brings it to the 2. Big reception by West. We see him on special teams, and we see him on wide receiver as well. Picking up some big yards here. And here we go. In the red zone, Tolliver, 3 tries, and he's going to get sacked on his first attempt by Ray Ray. Ray with the 2nd sack of the game for both teams. And 2nd down now. Tolliver is going to hand it off to Ramsey. Tosses it back. Ramsey breaks the tackle, but The goal line defense from Seattle stops him again. McCord with another tackle for loss on the day. Adding another TFL to the stat board. Third down. Ramsey, Tolliver in shotgun. And it's denied. Swatted down. And it's 4th and 1. In my mind, you would think they go for the field goal here. And yes, they are. Okay. I'm great at predicting football.
Go.
Ellis drops back to kick, and it's not good. Ellis misses the 2-yard, that 12-yard field goal, essentially. Just to the left. And that's going to set Seattle up now. 1st and 10 on the 2, and Simon able to get it out. Give them a little bit more room to breathe. Brings it to the 5-yard line, so now the threat of a safety is a little bit smaller. It gives Myers a little bit more room to breathe back there. Coombs now going to get tackled, and he runs into his lineman and only picks up 2. He spent a lot of time on his feet, so you'd have to think that's a bit of wasted energy there. The line just not where it's supposed to be on that one.
Tonight.
3rd down now. Coombs gonna get stopped by London. With 1 yard to go, 4th and 1, you'd have to think Seattle's going to drop back for a punt here, which means that London has a great opportunity now on this short punt. Try to block it, but he gets it off real fast. West now in the backfield at his own 35, brings it to center field. 1st and 10. For London now on their own 49-yard line. Gonna get credited with a 14-yard return on that. Tolliver, shotgun by himself, and finds West for the short gain across the middle on that slant route. 2nd and 5 now. Tolliver, you see here on the day, 13 for 18 with 1 touchdown. Going to pitch it back to Ramsey. Ramsey going to get the 1st down and a little bit more, bringing it to Seattle's 35. First and 10 for London. Got a bit of motion from West. And Ramsey's going to get stopped at the line. We'll see if he picks up anything. No, he's going to get credit for a loss. Kirby with the TFL. Here we go. The final play of the 3rd quarter. Tolliver going to throw it to Pratton. Pratton's going to run it out of bounds. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter with the same score as we entered in the 2nd. 10-10. Both teams competing for that final set of points. And London's in a great spot on Seattle's 32. 3rd and 7. They're in field goal range. And we'll see if London is able to do it. Tolliver drops back. And Reyes catches it for the touchdown. 1 play into the 4th quarter. And Reyes brings it across the line for 6 points. And Ellis going to add 1 more. You would think if Ellis made that shorter one earlier, this would be a 10-point game. But Seattle still has some life left with 9:55 to go in the 4th. Let's see what Seattle can do with one of their last few possessions. And Bingham is going to opt to catch it in the end zone. And I don't know if that was a smart decision. He only gets up to the 17. Returns it for 18, 19 yards. I honestly would have let that go. But that's just me, I guess. I don't know. That's why I'm back here. Coombs gonna only get 2 yards on that. Guyton getting credited with a tackle for loss, although there was a 2-yard gain. I don't know how that's going to work. Somebody in the stat room is going to have to fix that one up. Coombs with 49 yards on the day. Looking to get some more, But he is actually stopped in the backfield this time by Guyton, who's going to actually receive a tackle for loss. 3rd and 9 from Seattle. And honestly, I feel like Seattle has to go back to the air on this one. They were out airing the ball.
Tonight.
Oh, there it is. Nice, and unfortunately the drop there across the middle. And that's going to be 4th now. 4th and 9. Only a minute off the clock, and they're going to have to punt it. In the first half, Seattle was so good with throwing the ball. With that 235 passing yards from Myers. And the offensive coordinator, the head coach, have suddenly decided to switch this to a running game. And Coombs, honestly, he had a great first half, but he has not been able to get any momentum coming out the backfield in the second half.
Tonight.
I think Seattle needs a big stop here. They can try to correct the wrongs of the last 2 possessions, and Reyes is going to get 5 yards on that catch, adding to his already great numbers on the day after that long touchdown reception in the previous possession. There you go. Looks like Reyes is in motion. Tolliver trying to get some time off the clock, and Beck is going to run it for the first down. 10 yards on that one. And he's going to bring it directly to the center of the field, the 50-yard line. Bryson Beck, 15 yards on the day, 7.5 average. Tolliver now in the backfield. He's going to drop back. All the receivers are out, and Mathis is going to pick up, it looks like 4 on that. As we now get to 2nd and 6. London trying to take off as much time as possible off this clock. They do not want to give them any time to breathe. Now Tolliver dropping back. Oh my, picked off by Bingham. Bingham breaks the oh no. Bingham is wide open. He's going to hit the baseline, and he returns it all the way for the touchdown. And Bingham, who's normally the kick returner, the punt returner, and a corner, is now picking up huge numbers on the defensive end for the touchdown, tying up this game with 6.5 to go. London's going to get the ball back. And now Austin with the boot. It's going to land close to the 1. So obviously West is going to have to return that. West brings it back to the 18. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on London's 18-yard line. 6:08 to go. Tolliver in the backfield. 5 receivers out. It's going to hit Beck. Beck now stuck behind the line of scrimmage, and that might be a TFL. Yes, they're not going to count any forward progress on that, and Kirby is going to get credit for that tackle for loss. See here, 5 tackles on the day for Kirby. Having a heck of a game out there. I've been calling his name a lot. Ramsey now going to get 5 yards on that. Bringing it to 3rd and 8 on London's 20-yard line. London trying to run this clock down a bit. We're down to under 5 minutes. Tolliver drops back. He's going to hit Beck. Beck has a room, and yes, he's going to get the first down. London needed that one. Gets the first down to the 28-yard line. And now Tolliver can cook for just a little bit longer, except he is sacked by McClure for his 2nd sack of the day, I believe. Yes, it is. 4 tackles, a few tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Ramsey going to get his number called, and Ramsey going to pick up a few more yards there. Now 3rd and 11, trying to bring it back. Now let's see, 3rd and 11 for Tolliver. He drops back. He has receivers out there, and He's not able to connect with the long ball, and that's going to send out the punting team with about 3 minutes to go. 3:10 to be exact on the clock. It looks like Seattle, if they can manage the ball right, it's going to hit that 2-minute warning real soon. Siege catches it on the 17, going to shed a tackle, going to get a few more yards. Another tackle, and is going to make it to the 50 with a huge return. Over 30 yards on that return. And honestly, that's the worst case scenario for London. In just a couple of plays, Seattle is going to be in perfect field goal distance with less than 3 minutes on the clock. Coombs now going to run the ball for 5. Going to try to take as much time off the clock as possible with a good amount of time management. Seattle might be crushing the playoff dreams of London. Here we go, Coombs gonna receive that one. With a nice pitch back, he's gonna get the first down. London has to call their first timeout of the second half. We go 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a tight end out there for Myers. Let's see what he chooses. He's gonna hand off to the fullback. Simon is gonna pick up -1 yard. Cottrell gonna get the TFL on the stat sheet. As you see here, he has 4 tackles on the day. Myers now dropping back. Got a few receivers, and he's just nailed him right in the keister. The defensive is gonna nail that corner in the keister. No me gusta on that one. It's gonna stop the clock. Not a great decision by Meyer. Meyer now with the play action, gonna basically pass it to London. To that London linebacker right there. Seattle might be throwing away this perfect opportunity. All they have to do is run it, and they're going to have to punt. Seattle really just threw away that perfect opportunity there. In 1 minute of possession time, Seattle went from they got set up so well by that return. And just, I don't know. They had the perfect return. They were very close. All they had to do was run the ball out. Got the extra first down, and they could not capitalize. As London is going to write it out to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 8 here on the Ring the Bell Network. Tolliver drops back into the end zone to throw, and he's going to find Mathis, who's going to somehow, basically just rode the back. McCord now going down with a leg injury. He's expected to return, thankfully. But basically just bulldozing that corner. Able to get a bunch of extra yards on that. Getting them out of their own red zone. And an incomplete pass there from Tolliver. Making it 2nd and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 87 seconds to go. Ramsey now going to run it off. He finds some room. He had a wide open field on the right. Decided to cut back in, and it might have cost him. Because now it's 3rd and 4. A beautiful 6-yard run. Easily could have been more if he just kept going right. There was no corner there defending the right side of the field.
Go!
Tolliver now drops back. He finds Pratton for the short gain. It's going to get him over the 50-yard line. With 1 minute to go, London calls another timeout. And I believe that might be their last one. The timeouts kind of blend in with the UI graphic up top. Reyes going to get out of bounds. Stop the clock. Unfortunately, that's a TFL. Bingham picking up some more numbers on the day. You saw that interception earlier. That touchdown. Recorded that defensive fumble earlier. That forced fumble. Ramsey only getting 1 yard. As the clock winds down here, no more timeouts for London. They're in hurry-up offense now. Alston picking up that TFL. 3rd and 11. We have 5 receivers. Tolliver going shotgun. Can't find anybody. That's going to be 4th and 11. Right at the center field there at the 50. We'll see what London's going to go for here. London is opting to punt. No real better option, and Siege, though, breaks the tackle, going to get some more yards. And Siege has been having a heck of a ball game out there on this punt return game. Bingham doing great on the kick returns. Siege doing fantastic on the punt returns. Seattle Coombs, though, going to get tackled in the backfield by Long for that loss. A loss of 6 yards. On that one, Ricky Long putting in the hard work. 2nd and 16. Coombs going to run it again, and don't know why they're running. I think they're just going to run the clock. No, they called a timeout. 3rd and 17, but honestly, it feels more like 3rd and 73 for Myers. Oh no, Myers airs it out, and he can't find anybody. 4th and 17. Seattle can try to go for it. Waste the last 7 seconds. No, they're going to punt it instead. Probably a lot safer call. They're going to try to win it in overtime. And it looks like West is going to run out the clock here with this return. The last opportunity to score, and West is unable to find the end zone. Well, McCord going to come back in just in time for overtime. Of course, you see the overtime rules here. Each team will get at least 1 possession unless a touchdown is scored or a safety is scored on the first possession, which means it looks like Seattle is going to kick off. Well, if London scores a field goal, Seattle has another opportunity. If London scores a touchdown, the game is over and their season is alive. And of course, how poetic for London to have their season on the line here in extra football, free football, as I like to call it. You get extra innings, you get free baseball, you get free hockey in overtime. And now, free football for those of you at home. You Seattle fans, those London fans, and those fans of the RFL in general. Watching us here on Ring the Bell on YouTube. Of course, thank you for everybody for tuning in and supporting the RFL during our inaugural season. It's now 2nd and 13 for Tolliver. He's got 1 man in the backfield, but he's going to be running. And Ramsey picks it up, and I think he almost got it. And they're going to call it inches. They're going to say it's only an inch away. So a nice easy run here from Ramsey, able to find a hole on the left side. And he's going to pick up the first down on that 3-yard run. Ramsey's had a heck of a day. 63 yards. Rushing, 40 yards, receiving 100 total yards on the day. Patterson now going to run it out to the 38. Going to get a 4-yard return, or 4-yard rush, rather. Douglas Patterson, coming in to relieve Ramsey on these first downs. Been a huge help. Ramsey coming back in, picking up 5 more yards, and going to walk right back out again. Now here's the strategy for London. Are we going to be running down the clock? Looks like they're trying to waste as much time as possible, and the sack in the backfield. Tolliver's dropped by Morrison. And that's going to be 4th and 9. And London is going to have to punt here, giving Seattle the perfect opportunity to end the silly nanny season. And just drop on the oh no. The perfect roll, but they're not able to touch. No, they do touch it. Okay. I was going to say, I thought he missed it, like he whiffed at it, but no, he's able to stop it at the 1. And now 99 yards to go for Myers and the Seattle offense. Coombs going to pick up 9 big yards there, though. Going to get him out of the end zone. 2nd and 1. for Seattle. You see Coombs there on the day, 62 total yards on 18 attempts.
Tonight.
Coombs going to get his number called again, and he's going to get the first down for another 5 yards. Here we go now. 1st and 10. 5 to go on the clock. Myers drops back. He's going to find McKenzie there for the short gain. And that's going to be 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Seattle's still in the red zone. They got 5 minutes to go. Ali McKenzie with his first catch of the day. His 2nd target in total. Ali McKenzie, though, gonna catch it when it's, when the timing is right. Simon, he might have gotten the first down on that one, and no, they're gonna call inches again. Seattle, not worth wasting a timeout for a challenge. So Seattle now gonna be 3rd and inches. See Myers' stats on the day. He's gonna drop back to pass, and a beautiful toss to Moody across the center. The tight end. Gonna bring it to the 48-yard line and keep Seattle's chances of winning this game alive with 3.5 minutes left on the clock. See Moody, 3 catches, 107 yards. Myers looking for someone. He's gonna rush out, and he's gonna pick up 2 yards. No, 3 yards. On desperation, I think he would rather 3 yards than an interception. He's got 3 wide receivers and a tight end out there. They're all going wide. Slanting across the middle is McKenzie. Ali McKenzie with his 2nd catch in overtime. And this wide receiver is picking up some huge catches here when it matters most. And hey, if you haven't targeted him all game, they're not going to. Coombs just riding up behind his line, trying to get anything he can there. Richardson going to sit it out for a bit with a back injury. Hopefully he can return. Although there isn't much time left. You got less than 2 minutes on the clock here.
Go.
Seattle close. Yeah, Seattle's definitely in field goal range at this point. London calls another timeout, their 2nd timeout here in overtime. And Seattle, exactly where they need to be. London needs a good tackle for loss here, maybe a good sack. They send everybody out for a blitz, but Aguilar able to reel it in, get some extra yards, and the game is over. Seattle 23, London 17. And as Seattle moves up to 7-2 on the season, London is going to be sent home packing with a good draft pick. Of course, the MVP's Myers, 289 yards and 2 touchdowns, including that big overtime one, and Bingham with the interception and the touchdown on the defensive end. Big MVP performances from the offense and the defense, both ending up in points. And for everybody here at the RFL, I have been Elway Erlacher, and we'll see you guys next time.